Good day, everyone. My name is Christine J. Torero from Group 5. Today, I will be presenting how we analyze and accommodate our trainees when planning a training session. So, to design an effective session, we must first look at the characteristic of trainees. There are several factors we need to consider. One important part of planning a training session is to analyze trainees so that the training suits their ability level, learning styles and preference, motivation, and interest because they are the basis in choosing the methodologies to be used by the trainer. It is important to note that one of the key features of competency-based training is that it is customized and personalized. This is difficult to achieve if trainees are not aware of either the differences among trainees or how they may be able to work with these trainees to address their specific needs to allow them to demonstrate competence. Next is while the issues are diverse, the solutions are frequently applicable across different topics. Not all issues for trainers are issues for trainees. By altering some simple components of training, issues can be resolved like language issues, having assessment in the local language rather than in English. There are several factors we need to consider. First is the language literacy and numeracy. This determines our teaching methods and training materials. We must ready with various resources to support different reading and math levels. Next is the cultural background. We need to remain culturally aware so we don't accidentally include inappropriate activities because there are some activities that we choose which are inappropriate because of the cultural background and practices. Third is the education and general knowledge. So this tells us that level to pitch our delivery so it's neither too hard and nor too simple. Next is the gender and age. This affect our physical activities, group dynamics, and the overall pace of our delivery. The whole plan is affected if you have some group of all female, all male, or a mixture if there are activities that involve demonstration, role play, and so on. And for age, it also affect the plan depending on what is delivered, how is it delivered, or at what pace it is delivered. And next is in physical ability, we need to be aware of any trainees who is less able than others to perform physical tasks before the beginning of the lesson. Of course, we need to consider the learner's previous experience with the topics because the different levels of experience can be useful and it can be used to you and to other trainees' advantage. Of course, we also need to know the learner's previous learning experiences because it is helpful if you have the knowledge of trainees' general attitudes towards learning. And last is in training level completed. This helps you identify other trainings attended by your prospective students. And also, the last three factors we need to consider is the learner's special courses because you may use their special training and ability in some special arrangements, assignments during training. Also their learning style because the training could be auditory, visual, or kinesthetic. And this refers to the special needs that would be requested by the trainees, like scheduled for working student, single parent, and etc. Now let's move on to the learning style. Some trainees sit through hours of lecture and retain all the information presented while others benefits more than hands-on lab classes. So the reason is the trainees have different learning styles, which is present both trainees and student with a problem when classes are taught in one set way that might only benefit one kind of learner. The trainees can, however, help themselves by finding out what kind of learning style they belong to and customize their study habits to that particular style. So there are three major groups of learners, which are the kinesthetic, visual, and auditory. So these groups represent three very different kinds of trainees who are all presented with difficulties during their education. Most of the time, trainees have combinations of these learning styles. So first is the visual learners. These are the individuals learn by seeing. They take mental features of information. There are usually fast readers and good spellers. However, they easily lost focus during long lectures if there are no drawings. To help them, we must use color-coded notes, drawings, outlines, and mind maps. The second one is the kinesthetic learners. There are hands-on learners. They are naturally active and might struggle to sit still for a long time. To keep them engaged, we should include hands-on labs, memory cards, study breaks, and small group activities. Third is the auditory learners. These trainees learn by hearing. They have strong language skills and follow spoken directions very well, but they struggle with long written text. We can support them by recording lectures, reading notes aloud, and encouraging group discussion. Next, we have a quick 3 to 5 minute quiz. Please take out your phones and scan the QR code on the screen to get started. Lastly, we look at Kolb's learning inventory, which was adapted by Honey and Mumford. This model looks at how people prefer to process their learning through four distinct styles. First is the activist, which is the learning by doing. Their philosophy is I'll try anything once. They love experiencing things firsthand, taking risk, and learning through trial and error. They excel when they can dive straight into a new activity. The second one is the reflector. It is learning by reflecting. Their philosophy is I need more information. They prepare to watch, listen, and review what has happened before acting. They like they like looking at things from different perspective. The third one is the theories. It is learning by thinking. Their philosophy is if it's logical, it's good. They want to understand the underlying theories, facts, and concepts. They appreciate structure, logic, and rational system. The last one is the pragmatist, which is the last one is the pragmatist, which is learning by experiencing or testing. Their philosophy is if it works, it's good. They are practical, down to earth problem solvers. They want to know exactly how to apply what they learn to real life situation. So to conclude, by understanding these trainees' characteristics, learning styles, and behavioral preference, we can design a highly inclusive, balanced, and successful training program. Thank you.